Yo, here I am, alcoholism video number, God knows, 501. But yeah, I've achieved the goal, reached the objective. I set myself a target of doing 201 days alcohol free, and I've smashed it. 201 days alcohol and drug free, completely smashed it. In fact, I'm on day 203 at the moment, so I've done extra time. But I thought I'd do a quick video because I've just been to Asda, right, and I bought a Jack Daniels. I haven't drank any of it yet, but I did buy one thinking, well, I've done what I said I was going to do. Maybe, you know, see how it goes. I haven't drank it yet, I'm kind of putting it off, but I thought I'd do a sober video and just talk about this alcohol-free period that I've had and what it's been like. It's been pretty different. It's not been the be-all and end-all. I'll tell the truth, last few days I've been feeling freaking knackered. I've been like getting fitter initially. Alright, when I first started I got a lot fitter, and I started doing loads of exercise. Sit-ups were the main thing, strengthening the core. But yeah, my freaking hips are worn out now. You know, getting older, mate, innit? Everything just fucking wears out, doesn't it? So, doing tons of sit-ups, it's worn my friggin' hips out a bit, yeah. I'm waking up and my hips are in pain and fucking felt a bit better initially, like I said, but it's not the be-all and end-all. If you've got a bad diet, you don't get enough sleep, you know, you injure yourself, you still got all the same problems. It's not the be-all and end-all. I haven't always, when I've stopped drinking it past as well, I've never always felt much healthier, to be honest. Like, people might say, oh, you look healthy, your skin looks healthier, but I've overeaten, and yeah, sometimes I've exercised, which I don't really do much when I'm drinking, but then when I stop drinking I start working out again, and then, like I said recently, my friggin' hips, you know what I mean? It's probably part of getting older, and I've done a lot of sit-ups initially. I was doing drills of sit-ups. Every minute I was doing like 17, 18, you know, for like 30 minutes I was doing that, and quite often I was doing that, you know, two or three times a week, and it's got to the point where my friggin' hips are worn out a little bit, you know, and I've got aches and this that and other. So I looked up, doing sit-ups at 45 plus is not really the best, to be honest. So I'm kind of knocking sit-ups on the head, and I'm doing a plank, and yeah, there you go. So life isn't amazing just because you don't drink. It's aches and pains and this that and the other. Sometimes drink was a big painkiller. That's probably why, I've said this story a million times, why I started drinking heavy in the first place. It was because I used to exercise a lot, and that used to give me the endorphins and adrenaline and this that and other, and I kind of picked up an injury 2013, unlucky for some. And yeah, I realised that every time I started doing it, I would reopen an injury. So that's what got me into drink initially, really. I was always a drinker a little bit every now and then, but that's what got me into heavy drinking, like to ease the pain. It's a good painkiller. Just take your mind off the pain and make you forget. You know, you don't feel it. If I drank now, like this hips, probably forget about it. But yep, thought I'd do a sober video before I drink. I might not drink today, see how it goes. But I've achieved the objective, haven't I, of the 201 days, so I've done that and beyond, haven't I? But yeah, here's the video. Oh, there's a rat. Lovely. I like rats. You know, I used to have pet rats, and once you've had pet rats, you see these wild rats and you're not repulsed by them like a lot of people are. You just think, oh, bless them, you know what I mean? They're just going about the business out there. So yes, I've had a lot of stress, sober life, a lot of stress, a lot of bad shit's gone on. I've built a bridge and got over it. You know, it's pointless being bitter, innit? That's the thing. Sometimes you've got to forgive people. It's easier said than done sometimes, you know, because I've had a bit of disrespect, and it's like, you know, I've got a bit of pride and blah blah blah, and it's like I've got to avoid certain situations, certain people, because it'll all come up and it could be negative, but I've got to control that, you know. Just let go, innit? Forgive and forget. Fuck it, you don't hang around with these fucking idiots, you know what I mean? That's the gist of it. If they don't respected you, you don't have to think, right, you've disrespected me, I'm going to go and get some respect. You can think, forget, leave it, mate. They'll go on their own way. You're the better person, be the better person. That's the way to be, innit? That's the best thing for yourself, and to keep yourself out of trouble, and just to keep forgiving is not for them. It's forgiving, it's for yourself, innit? Because then you can just get on with life and learn from it. If there's anything positive to take out of some bad things, sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, but it's kind of what you should do for yourself and for your loved ones and this and another, because life ain't all that bad. You know, life is not all that bad, to be honest. It's all good. So, yep. What can I even say? But not rehearse this shit, do I? So, I guess I've had this sober life, and the challenge was see how it goes. Now I'm potentially going to drink again. You know, see if it just leads to disaster and I'm going to get drunk and, well, I will get drunk obviously, but if I'm going to feel terrible and do regretful things and this, that and the other, then maybe it's time to knock it on head completely. Maybe I'm one of them guys who's just not meant to drink at all. But if it's all cool and I manage it and I just have a big sesh and then I'm off it and living a sober life again and just do it every now and then, cool. Maybe that's achievable, maybe it's not. I guess I'll find out what I'm. So, this is a very exciting video, isn't it? What can I say about not drinking? I mean, like I say, it's not the be all and end all. If you overeat, you still feel like shit. If you get a bad night's sleep, you still feel like shit. If you got a bad diet, that's the thing that I've never conquered, diet. You know, obviously I've potentially conquered drink. Well, I've done for 203 days. So, but diet has never been something I've conquered. I'm a guy who loves food. And I know a lot of guys, as they get older, they don't eat a lot. Yeah, and I always eat a lot. I eat for joy as well. I'm one of them guys who'll go to the shop and see like a packet of pretzels and think, yeah, I like the look of them. Chocolate pretzels, you know. And stuff like that, that's just for the comfort, and there's no nutritional value to get out of it really. It's just the joy of eating. I've always been a guy who likes the joy of eating, ordering takeaways, oodles, you know, sugary drinks. So there's all them problems that I haven't conquered, and that would be the next thing. Now I've conquered drinking, well, we'll see how it works out when I start drinking again, but I've conquered that. It's the diet that needs to be conquered, because you can have a shit diet and that's just as detrimental for your health, isn't it? It really is. It's not like I'm massively overweight. I'm not really overweight. I'm like 14 stone now, roundabouts, and that's pretty light for what I've been. I did get down to 86, 87 kilograms at one point. That's the lowest I've been in very recent times, and that was very little body fat to be that slim for my build. But yeah, I'm around about 89, 90 or whatever, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, what can I say? Wish me luck. I'm going to get on this, well, I've been on this sober path. Any advice for not drinking? Just enjoy life without drinking. I've kind of done that quite a bit, but not as much. That's why people are always going to go back to drink, because they haven't socialised as much, because it's weird going to a pub and, you know, without alcohol and blah blah blah, and you just got to find sober friends to mix with, haven't you? But I have, you know, I kind of enjoyed life a little bit sober. I've definitely been a better dad. You know, I've not messed up and let the kids down like I did a bit last year. You know, like, I remember I arranged to go take my daughter trick-or-treating, and then I was up the night before drinking and taking cocaine and all that, and I didn't even sleep, I don't think. I didn't even get any sleep, and then I thought, I can't go and pick the daughter up and take her trick-or-treating in this state, you know. Bloody hell, I looked terrible. I've never had the kids. This is it, I'm a very responsible dad really. So when I've been drunk, I've never had the kids. I've always thought I can't have them like this, but that led to me arranging to go and see the kids a few times, and then messing up because I was drunk or badly hungover and that kind of thing. So I've got on top of that with this sober life. I've completely got on top of that, and not let them down at all. You know, I've arranged, when I've arranged to meet them, I've always turned up. So that's been a very good thing about being sober. And what else has happened? Like I say, health got a little bit better initially. You know, like doing all this core stuff and this and that, but I've always overeaten, so that's a bit of a problem for my health. And I'm getting older as well. I've got that frigging battle going ahead. So it's like, you want to keep fit, you want to keep fairly strong and be ready for whatever, you know, to defend yourself or whatever the case may be. But age is kicking your ass at the same time, so it's like, got to get into something. We're going to get into my mates, we're going to get into boxing, I'm going to do that. A bit old, but you know, I'm still semi alright, mate. You know, self-praise is no recommendation, but you know, I'm still fairly fast, with semi-athletic in terms of sprinting, but I've got poor stamina. That's the thing, that's what I've noticed. I've got like COPD, but I've got very good for the short sprint. Like, I've raced my mates who are all fairly athletic and been into sports and this and that, and I can beat them all in like 100 metres, but then I'm fucked, you know what I mean? Maybe 200 metres I could do, 400 maybe, but like I couldn't run a marathon. And like I remember racing my mate, beating him, and then he could have carried on, you know, and he wanted to do it again and again and again, and I was thinking, fuck that, mate. So stamina, that's what's something I could work on. But what am I rattling on about? A lot of bullshit, innit? But yeah, we're going to do that, and then my mate injures his hand. We're going to go boxing with him, he injures his hand. Then I'm going to do this Muay Thai bullshit or whatever with this other lad, and then he didn't turn up, so I didn't do it, so whatever. And then now my frigging hips are aching, so now I'm kind of thinking, fuck it, if I do too much my fucking hips will fall off. I went with some lass, it didn't help as well. My hips have been aching for all these sit-ups, and then I went with some lass, and it was the largest lass. No, you know, I'm not mentioning names or anything, but the largest lass. And yeah, when she went on top, like in general, the biggest lass, they go on top, and all the weight's on the knees, innit? You know what I mean? All the weight is like just fucking on the knees. So that then this lass, doing it in some crazy ass way, she went on top, and she like got legs folded, and it's like all the weight were like pressing down on my fucking hips, not on her knees. So her knees weren't touching the freaking bed. It was all the weight was just plonked on my freaking hips. And because I'm thinking I'm not a fucking softy, I'm gonna say, hey, get off, breaking my ribs, breaking my hips. Don't know why I keep saying ribs. I just fucking went along with it, didn't I? And did it like that, and like, you know, pushing. So much information. Sorry, kids, but yeah, I did it like that, and I thought, this is fucking really pressure. All this weight pressing down on my fucking little fucking hips. So yeah, almost snapped one of my hips. I went through with that, even though they were aching anyway. I went through with it rather than just say, hey, can you get off, please? I went through with it. Don't think that did me any good. I know sleeping on a fucking hard bed didn't do me any good as well for X amount of time, but that's another story altogether. I was on a metal bed for quite a while, but that's just another fucking story, in it, which I haven't really spoke about too much. But yeah, so there you go. Not drinking. Maybe I'll drink tonight, see how it goes. Got this bottle of Jack Daniels, mate. Here it is, in this little bag. Should I do it? Don't know, it sounds like there's people drinking in them bushes over there, to be honest. I just walked, I'm in Dewsbury, it's like side of B&M. There's like this little bit of grass, isn't there? Been down here, but there's someone in a tent in that bush there. Yeah, there's a lot of guys in a tent that I walk past and just shouting and bawling and drinking and stuff in this tent. And I heard one voice, I thought, this is a lad that I know that I've kind of got a bit of beef with, which I'm thinking, don't want to fucking see him. This is not the time or the place, you know what I mean? You know, what would I do? You know, I'll just have to walk away, innit? That's the situation. I'm all sensible and sober. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do anyway. You know, that's it. All this ego bullshit, you just got to let stuff go and be peaceful. Especially when you've only got one hip. You know what I mean? Because what would happen? I'd break another hip or something. I'd break my one remaining hip. So I don't really want that, do I? Got to keep hold of this hip, because I might need it one day. You know. So yeah, what else to say? This is boring, isn't it? What to do, innit? Thought when I'm going to drink and make an event and got pub and this and that, but don't know. See how it goes, innit? As of yet, I haven't. Might see what my mate's doing in Leeds. Yeah, hopefully I don't end up dead. So here I am, about an hour later. Sat in Dewsbury City Centre at Town Hall, and yeah, it's not just Jack Daniels I got. I thought I'd crack a beer open. It's good old beers then. I used to like beers and Jack Daniels, that's what I used to do. They were the main two drinks that I'd have. I'd go for lagers, and then I'd go for whiskey and coke as well. Coca-Cola as well, yeah. But yeah, this is zero, so still not drunk yet. Just thought I'd talk about a little bit more that I haven't spoke about while I'm still sober, you know, like the worry about tolerance as well. That's the thing, because I've had so long off. My tolerance is going to be shit, innit? It's like I'm going to drink and feel drunk real quick. And my tolerance is going to be probably pretty shocking, innit? I'm going to get drunk. I might feel rough as hell for a day or two after. It's a bit of a worry, innit? And when you look at all these people, like Amy Winehouse, and a lot of them, they've died because they've stopped for ages, and then they've started again and they've hit it, and it's been worse than before, which has always really happened when I stopped before. I always did that sober October, so I stopped for a while, and then when I started again, it was always pretty rough for about a month or so, you know, where I drink quite heavily. And my mate, he's done the same thing, you know. He's like stopped for quite a while, almost 6 months, and then when he started drinking again, looked like everything went wrong. He's fallen over, damaged his leg, got into a fight, got beat up because he was that pissed he couldn't defend himself properly. Everything's gone wrong, falling out with people, and yeah, that's how it tends to be. So there you go, mate. Tolerance. So that's the other thing to say. See what tolerance is going to be like, innit? Should be alright, but like I say, it'll deteriorate because I've had quite a while off. I've never had this long off at all since I was a kid. Since I started drinking, you know, about 16, I've never gone friggin' 200 odd days. That is craziness. So, yeah, I'm going to get in touch with my mate when I met Paul. He was in Leeds. I'm going to get in touch with him and potentially meet up with him and see what we can make happen, you know what I mean? Got some pubs or whatever. But I haven't got his friggin' number. I must have deleted his number. You know, I never saved it as Paul blah blah blah. It was just in the messages. So I was scrolling through messages trying to find the messages between me and him. And it's not there. I must have bloody deleted him by mistake. So maybe that's a sign not to meet up with him. Don't know if he's working or not anyway. In general, he works like, you know, 12-hour shifts. So he's either working or not working. There's like 4 days at a time, and then takes a bit of time off and blah blah blah. And I don't want to just call at his house to see if he's in, because that'd mean going out with a beast and forget that. We don't need to. So yep, life goes on, mate. It is fucking Dewsbury. Just shit all. There's very little to it, you know. It's like Station Pub, Black Bull, sort of one, Wellington, and then there's the Railway Inn. So there's like 4 pubs basically. That was it. Well, they're alright, aren't they? Some of them are alright, you know what I mean? I've been to all of them at some point, but the Railway one's quite expensive. The Station one's pretty cheap. Others are just bog standard, you know what I mean? Average price. I've been at Charles Mathorn. Well, I've not been drinking, and I've been into that pub, the Black Bull. I think Black Bull's like probably the best one, really. Although they're all good in their own way, you know. Station's good, because I know a few people in there and a lot of nice people and that. But yeah, the Black Bull's probably the best pub to go when you just want to be left by yourself and charge your phone or whatever. So I went there when I was in town and my phone needed charging a couple of times. I bumped into some people I knew and stuff once. It's alright, innit? Guess I'm just killing time here. This is what I do, you know, sometimes, because I live in such a boring life. You'd think, yeah, get a job, do this, do that. I understand how people think. But I'm living such a boring life. When I get out, like I had an appointment earlier today, and rather than just go home, I think, well, I'll stay out for a bit, so I'm in town. I've stayed out. Rather than just rush home, I thought I'll go here, go to this cafe, go to that cafe, and stay out. You know, you can look at your phone, whatever you do, you know, look at your phone, check your emails, check YouTube, check your Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is you do. You can do all that for the same price, out in the fresh air, for the same price as you can do it at home. So sometimes when I get out of my free and shitty flat, I think, you know what, I'm not rushing back to that shithole. Even if I'm just sat here by myself on my phone, it's kind of better than sitting at home by myself on my phone, if you know what I mean. I'm getting some fresh air at the same time, aren't I? So, I don't know where tonight's going to lead me. Probably nowhere. Probably not drinking. Probably just going to stick with this non-alcoholic stuff. I guess it was like a little blip where I was thinking I'm going to do it, but I haven't done it. I've got the bottle of Jack Daniels in the bag over there, but I haven't opened it. Just opened these alcohol frees. The alcohol frees. So yep, just resting my hip, the one that I've got left, and I think I've run out of things to say, to be honest. Yeah, so is there any point in keeping this going? I did used to get a little bit more exercise when I was drinking at some points, because I'd go to this shop. I live at like bottom of this big hill, and the shop that I used to get my alcohol from, well, like at the top of this big hill, and I'd walk up there about once a day sometimes, and sometimes that shop would be shut. I'd have to walk out to this Budgeons one, which was a distance I didn't used to get taxis because I thought I used to like the exercise, so we were walking up this big hill. So my cardio was alright really through when I was drinking, just travelling around to get alcohol rather than what I do now, which I don't do that obviously. You know, when I'm having a lazy day, I literally just have a lazy day. But before having a lazy day before, I think, oh, I've been lazy, but I still need to get some friggin' beers. So, stuck in deep breath and tackle this fucking hell and get up there. And that's what I have, man. So, yep, I've ordered a taxi. Gonna go to Beeston, see if my mate's in and get his number again if he ain't in. No big deal, you know. I'll probably just got a pub by myself and that. Just thought I'd get out of friggin' Dewsbury. It's a bit late, like, but I thought I'd get out of Dewsbury and do something different, innit? So, yeah, wish me luck, mate. Oh, don't really need to look for anything though, but probably a crazy idea. I don't really make decisions much. Sometimes I can't make a decision. I'm thinking I could go to the pub in Dewsbury where I am, or go to Beeston, and I've tossed a coin on it, you know. And the coins kept saying go to Beeston. I did like best out of 3 twice, and Beeston. So pointless doing any more, innit? So yep, that's where I'm off. What time is it now? See how long this taxi's gonna be. Come on, son. 1, 2, 3. 1 minute away. 203 days. I'm gonna have my first drink. Called up my mates. There he is. Watching some. What is it?
Watching Bonnie Tyler at the BBC.
Bonnie Tyler. Yeah, rest in peace. So yep, first drink in friggin' a long time. I might feel a bit rough. See how it goes then. So yep, there you go. It's 10 to 5 on the 31st of July 2026. So it's my first drink in 203 days. So I did 203 days and it's been a long one, hasn't it? Because here I am. I haven't even stopped drinking yet. Still got a bit of Jack Daniels left. It's been a heavy one. I was always kind of thinking, oh, it'd be good, keep it light, yeah, keep it steady, don't cut it away, but I guess I've had a little bit, quite a lot really, you know. I had like a bottle of Ease. We had 2 pints in this pub at Wetherspoons, and we went to some other little bar and had, what do we have? Like 3 bottles of this Pacifico, this lager, and then yeah, we went back to some people's houses and somebody's house and had a little bit there, Jack Daniels and blah blah blah, my Jack Daniels. And then I've been back to his and drank more of my Jack Daniels, another bottle of his beer. I've got half of this big bottle of Jack Daniels left, so I've had quite a lot now, so I'm kind of feeling it. Feeling a bit pissed, probably be hungover when I finally got to sleep and wake up. And yeah, went back to his, what's Death Wish? The first Death Wish, which in my opinion is the best one. Death Wish 1, Death Wish 2, the Charles Bronson films. They're the classics, you know what I mean? They're like brilliant. I used to live with my grandparents. My grandmother was a big Charles Bronson fan, so she used to watch like the Death Wishes and the Family of Cops. All the films that he was in, she loved them. And because of that, you know, I grew to like him. I really did. I loved them first 2 films, the classics. You know, it's like, it's a guy in it, Paul Kersey, a law-abiding citizen who gets disrespected, his wife, his daughter, blah blah blah, and then he becomes a vigilante. So it's pretty cool, really. But yeah, there you go. This is my first drink, and it's led me to be up at 5 in the morning. And knowing I'm going to be fucking knackered. Imagine if I had my kids next day, it'd be a bit shit, wouldn't it? So that's the problem sometimes, it's not knowing when to stop, is it? And I've still got quite a bit of life in me, to be honest. Even though I'm seeming a bit pissed and a bit knackered, I've got a bit of life in me. So I don't know what to do. I mean, I will like talking to someone who lives in Beeston, this other person I know, so I could go to theirs. I was going to invite them round to my mates, but he didn't want them to come round, so it's like down on me now, isn't it? So I could potentially go around there. I'm thinking maybe go around there for a drink rather than just rush off home. If you rush off home, it's fucking 5 in the morning, isn't it? So it's not really rushing, but kind of thinking that's what I do. That's what I drink. That's the thing that I noticed about drink. It makes you want to keep things interesting and keep doing stuff, which I think I'm more content with not doing a lot when I'm sober. A little bit, but there you go. So I've done a long ass video here because I did it when I was sober at the beginning. Now I'm doing it when I'm drunk. But yeah, I guess I'm heading towards where this person lives, isn't it? So I guess I'll get in touch with him. So yeah, I've been in touch with the mate, so I thought I'll go around to hers for a bit, innit? Or his, or them's, or whatever it is nowadays. It's 2026, isn't it? So go around to them's for a bit, you know what it is, isn't it? What am I laughing at? That ain't even funny, is it? But you know what I'm saying. So yeah, basically me doing these stupid ass videos, it's just amusing myself, innit? Because the reality is, I'm just walking in Beeston at 5 in the morning by myself, and if I talk to a fucking phone, it makes it slightly more entertaining for myself. I'm not here thinking that I'm making some cult TV, you know? Cult TV. Maybe cult if you change the L to an N. So I'm making cult TV. No, it's nothing amazing. I don't think, even though I'm a guy that's making videos, obviously I've got a fucking fan base of about 0.2, and 0.1 of them is me, so I don't even know who the fucking other 0.1 is, so it's not like I'm very popular or anything, and feeding my ego and thinking, hey, I'm amazing. It's just something that I do, and I might get 2 views or 3 views, you know, maybe even 4 if I watch it 3 times myself, and someone else might watch it and click off after about a minute. But it is what it is, isn't it? I'm not here trying to be fucking cool, you know, like other people doing these videos. I don't really give a fuck. You think, well, why do it then? But I genuinely don't. I'm actually alright, really. You know what I mean? I'm kind of cool with my life and how it is, a little bit. As much as I'm on, it's not that bad. I've got some nice people, got a really good friend who I love. I've got friends that I love, it's not just one person. Got a lot of good friends, really. The mate that I've seen tonight, yeah, probably love him, he's a good lad. Known him years, he's been a good lad, so it's all good, isn't it? My life ain't that bad, I've got good kids. I love my kids, got a lovely family, everything's fucking pretty cool, really. It's not that bad. So, just doing these stupid videos, just something to do, isn't it, really? It's not like I've seen other people do them. And radiate with like, I thought I heard something, some breathing, might be me breathing. But yeah, the radiate with like fucking, look at me, you self insecurity even, you know, it's, oh, people look objectively. People might think that when looking at me, but I don't even think that, to be honest. I don't give a fuck. I've got, you know, I've wrote songs all my life, and I know no one gives a fuck about them. I've written fucking thousands of songs, put loads of effort into it, and most people don't give a fuck about them, so I've come to terms with that. You know, this all fucking attention-seeking bullshit, which I never really was anyway. Even though I write songs, it's not like I do it like other people where they want people to look at them, and it's just something that I felt I need to do because I'm a musical guy. And this is just something that I'm doing just for the fun of it. You know, I don't think anything of it. I'm just amusing myself. That's what it's all about, amusing myself, and why not, you know, something to do in it. But yeah, I guess I'm showing signs that I've had a drink, you know. And it's not important, that's the thing. It's not like I'm a guy who thinks, hey, everything I say is important. Like these people, you heard them fucking talking on the phone, like, when we went round to this lass's house, me and my mate, right, and she was talking to one of her mates, and she was, I'm feeling like this, I'm feeling depressed, and on about all the fucking emotions. Yes, but that's true. And I thought, fuck, you know, I'm not a guy who takes myself that seriously. I've been through loads of shit, and I do talk about it. I'm not going to say that I'm a guy who doesn't talk about my fucking feelings and this and that, but reality is, I don't go on as much as other people. You know, it's like, you build a bridge and get over it. You've got to do. You've got to do in life, mate. Build a bridge and get over it. Whatever happens to you, build a bridge and get over it. What's the point in sitting around crying about it? There's no point. You know, you got to man up, woman up, deal with it. What's the point? You can go to therapy for 25 years. Sitting around, nothing gets better. Like with I'm moaning about my hips. Got to be honest, they've got worse when I've just been laying down. I do get that though, you know, because like my mum had arthritis and they've still got it. And they move around and then it seems to ease the pain, and then they stop and it comes on again. But it's all wear and tear, and I guess it's like adrenaline, isn't it? It's like you can have a bad muscle. Like I've had a bad shoulder for years, but if I started playing basketball or something, I'd forget about my bad shoulder. It while I'm playing it, and it'd all go away, and I'd feel fine. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But then I'd go home and rest, and like, oh. So yeah, I'm just killing time, innit? I think I'm running out of space on here. But yeah. So yeah, going to my mates, gonna have a drink for an hour, and then I'm really gonna hit the road. So this first drink has turned out to be a bit long on it because it's after 5 in the morning now, and here I am, like going towards Cross Flats, and this mate of mine lives just over the road near Tempest Road, so I've got to cut through Cross Flats Park. This is my hometown, Beeston. This is where I used to live. I used to live up there, Noster Hill. My grandmother used to live on Parkside Mount. When I was a kid, I used to live Tempest Road, and then where was the other place? Oh yeah, we lived at Oakley Terrace for a while as well. But yeah, been in Dewsbury for a while now. But yeah, I'm gonna head to that mates, and I'll speak to you later then. See you later then. Yeah, so it's 2 minutes past 8. Been at my mates a couple of hours, and I guess I'm clocking out now. Feeling fucking rough, man. Just walking out of a Cross Flats fucking park. Yeah, it's fucking busy, all these people walking around and shit, you know. Wide awake, full of energy. I'm the fucking idiot who's been awake all night drinking for the first time in 500 years. But yep, life goes on in it, but it's been a rough session. Long session, that's what I do. Thought I'd just walk to Dewsbury Road rather than just get a taxi from there. Go on my head to walk to Dewsbury Road and get one from there. I might go on my mate, Katrina's. I might go on my like that. I'll toss a coin again, that's what I do. You know, I once had counselling, and I saw this counsellor, and one of my main problems was making decisions. Yeah, I used to struggle making decisions, which I still do now, and I was like thinking, should I see this person, should I not see this person, should I do that, should I not do that? And he said, you remind me of this man. He had like a London guy, and he was like, you remind me of a book that I've read called The Coin Man. Whenever he struggles to make decisions, he tosses a coin. And honest to God, that has stuck in my head. That was like 2014, roundabout, and that's stuck in my head. And I do it all the time. I toss a coin to make, when I can't make decisions. I'm not sure, I'm indifferent about things. I toss a coin. But yeah, had a couple of hours at my mates, had a drink, more to drink. And yeah, I guess this is it. Back in the hometown, isn't it, Beeston? With people walking dogs. I'll probably walk to near where my grandparents used to live and toss a coin, innit? Go home, not go home. This video's probably got extremely boring. It was boring before, but I think I've made it very boring, and now I'm actually drunk, but kind of got that second wind thing going on. No. Well, I've got a bit of stamina. I haven't done any drugs whatsoever, it's just alcohol. So I don't know why I'm getting a stamina, but I know the right thing to do would be sleep, but it's not that easy, is it? Yep, see? Dog agrees with me as well. It's not as easy as just, yeah, exactly, that's what I mean. It's not as easy as just go to sleep. But yeah, I should end this video, it's a long one, isn't it? So you've seen me sober, talking about being sober, and you've seen me after my first session, and I probably look about fucking 25 years older now, you know what I mean? I can imagine. That's what it does for you, innit? But that's what I noticed, it's because you do more. You're sober, when I'm sober, I'm content just sitting in, not doing a lot, and you feel like you got to do something, but with drink, you 100% feel like you got to do something. In my experience, I do anyway, because you get bored and you think you've got to do something. Try and keep life a bit more interesting. So yeah, this is Dewsbury Road, and this is, I always like the name of these streets, look, Mafeking Avenue. You know, imagine old days in the 90s when you used to order a taxi and stuff, before you did it all on Uber, and you'd be like, where you going? Or, you know, and you said Mafeking Avenue. Yeah, what avenue, mate? And you said Mafeking Avenue. Yeah, but what's the avenue though, mate? You know what I mean? You could have all that. You'll think you're swearing, you know what I mean? You get the idea. I think there's one called Mafeking Street as well, so, you know, they're like, where you going, mate? Mafeking Street. Just thought I'd share that with you. So, here I am at Parkside Mount. This is a street that I lived in for ages, cul-de-sac. That's a house that I used to live in. Used to be my granddad's house, but, you know, my grandmother died, he went into a home, I lived there by myself. I guess I was doing alright, really. 3-bedroom, nice, semi-detached house by myself. But yep, that was then, this is now. Now I'm living in Gisborne. Like I said, I'm going to do the toss and a coin thing. So, I'm going to do it live, here we go. Whatever it's landing on. Let's say, heads, I go home, tails, I go to Katrina's. Let's see what it is. Ooh, tails. So, yep, guess I'm going to Katrina's and then I'm going to wrap this shit up. I'll probably do one more thing saying, hey, I'm at Katrina's, goodbye, good night, and that's the end of this crazy ass video. I'm not doing this very often, but I guess it's celebrating my first drink in 203 days, isn't it? Ordered the Uber at Parkside Mount and it's saying pickup spot, Allenby Drive. That's where my great grandmother used to live and my Auntie Barbara used to live down there. All exciting stuff, isn't it? Yeah, where the fuck is this, man? Let's have a look. Driver is arriving, is it? We ain't freaking arrived yet, mate. He's arriving. Ah, here it is. Right, put this in it. Alright. Katrina, yep. Alright, mate. Yeah, not bad. How are you doing? So yeah, I've just got off and right, you're off out, aren't you? Right, see you later.
Yeah.
Right, bye. Right, she's off out, I'm off in. She was waiting for us. Give me the fob. Yeah, just go in and go to sleep then, innit? Her flat's better than mine anyway, my flat's a bit of a shithole to be honest. So yeah, it is. Blakeridge Mills in back there. This is only temporary, she's here till November because she had like a house fire and insurance have like temporary housed her in these flats, in one of these flats here, which is quite a nice flat. It's got like its own gym and swimming pool and stuff, and she's here till November while they sort the house out, you know, all the fire damage, putting new windows in, putting new carpets, giving her a bit of money, thank the Lord she's insured, you know. Contents insurance worked out there were like 24 grand's worth of stuff that got damaged, but they're only giving her 13 grand approximately. Right, in we go. Jeez, come on, son. Hey. Well, this is great TV, isn't it? Yeah, I'll show you the flat, it's better than mine, look, so. There's a flat. This is the hallway. This is the first bedroom that sister's in. It's got like this window, but we've put it down because the window like looks into the living room. We've put the blind down. Yeah, this is dining area, living room. Oh, blinds down. Oh, there I am. I've seen enough of myself on these videos, haven't I? There's the main bedroom that we're in. Me and Katrina. And yep, this is the bathroom. So there you go, that's the flat. That's the tour of the house. Who lives in a house like this? Me, at the moment. Right then, finally gonna get some decent rest. Katrina's gone shopping, so she's not gonna be in the video, but hey, it's not all about her, is it? What a joke. But yeah, she's gonna wake me up at some point, not too far in the distant future, because the fob, she needs a fob to get in. We've only got one fob. Obviously she give me the fob because I'm at her outside. So she's gonna get back and been ringing me up, hey, you need to let me in. So I'll get a little bit of sleep. and I think it's time to wrap this video up. It's been a bit of a crazy session on it, of being about a bit, being about a bit, you know. And now I've come back out with my wife, but she's gone out. Hey, isn't it? The end. So here it is, first hangover in 203 days, and it's nothing, to be honest. I expected it to be worse than this, but it's kind of just like reverted back to type as well. It's like, just thought I was going to drink and it'd be casual and that, but I've reverted back to type and drank a lot again. And it was just normal, and the hangover's not that bad. I've had a shower, had something to eat, and that's about it, you know. If you like music, this is something that I've started doing. I've started making my own playlists on YouTube of other people. Like, I'm a guy who's I'm a fan of like a lot of people, and I'm like I've compiled my favourite Lou Reed songs. I've been through all his albums, and these are the songs that, in my opinion, are his best songs. You might disagree, but I'd recommend checking that out. Lou Reed's one of the best songwriters ever, in my opinion. His lyrics, his style, it's really good stuff. I've done the same with Bruce Springsteen, the same with Prince. So yeah, some playlists where it's just my favourite songs from some of my favourite artists. I think the next one I'm going to do is, who should I do? Kinks. Could do the Kinks. Well, Oasis maybe, I don't know. Kinks is somebody else I was thinking of recently, but not the Kinks. The Kinks have got to be up there, and someone I'm going to do the compilation of, but bloody hell, who is this other band that I've checked out a lot of? Let's see, Alcohol-Induced Dementia. Johnny Cash, that's the one. Yeah, Johnny Cash, I've literally checked out everything he's ever done as well, so, and he's done ridiculous amounts, so I'll probably be able to compile my favourite Johnny Cash songs as well. Probably going to be about 100 plus of these. So yeah, that's the end. Alcohol free. I might not drink today. I've still got a tiny bit of that Jack Daniels left, so possibly could have that later on, but see it goes, isn't it? I mean, it's the weekend, isn't it? So I don't know if I'm going to see the kids this weekend or not. And I haven't really discussed it with the mums or anything, so we'll see. If I am, then I'm not drinking today, obviously. So I'll go there fresh tomorrow and be in a good condition. That's how I do things. Right then, this is the end of this video. Take care of yourself and each other, like Jerry Springer used to say. Alright then, this is later on that night, and it's also the end of the video. I did end up having a little bit more of that Jack Daniels that I'd left, but it's all good, isn't it? Like I said, if I do end up being a guy who just, every time he drinks, it's over drinking and I don't function and this and other, then I'm gonna just stop for good. But I've always known or hoped that I could be a guy who can drink casually, and it don't get like that. So let's see how this one pans out, and it probably can, but you know, I'm still wary, like thinking if I can't, then I know what I'm gonna do. I've made some kind of mental commitment to do that. If this month ends up being a disaster and I'm drunk and I'm not functioning, then I'll probably think, fuck it, you know what, I'm stopping permanently. So let's see.